Because I can't always be in the Bay. And I know how the Bay is. The Bay is the type of people, man, if you ain't there, they're gonna talk about you. So I want them to know I love you, I feel you, I'm representing for you. So I know I got a certain amount of acclaim and everything, so I bring the Bay with me. I know E40 is what I was when I was with Digital Underground. He is the Bay right now. You know what I mean? Him and Forte. So I get them on my album and that represent the Bay. And it shows that we still all love and still all good, and we, by us being the representatives, we bring the Bay where we go. You know what I mean? And Forte, he always been raw to me, and I like his style. When I was in jail, I used to listen to his stuff. So when I got out, we clicked, we did the song. Now he in jail, and I got to do what he did for me. When I was in jail, he used to send out shout-outs and say I support me and everything. Now I support Forte. Everybody pray for him and send letters, and I hope the brother get out of jail as soon as possible and get back to his chicks. Because you know it's all a struggle for every young black man. Forte, you know how it is. Only God can judge us.
Do you think the East Coast, West Coast rivalry is like both coasts? Or because a lot of people think it's more Bad Boy Death Row.
It is. It's not both coasts. What it is was that the East Coast, the people on the East Coast are real proud, real cultural, and real strong, just like we are on the West Coast. And so what happened was Biggie came at a time, just like what Hitler did with the Jews. Biggie came at a time when they were open to somebody saying, we're the master race, and these guys are nothing, and they're pretenders, and this is why we not making it in the business because of these guys. This is why we not doing nothing because of these guys. So the East Coast really not hating us, really not knowing nothing about us, but just listening to their supposed to be leader. You know, listening to the person that was representing for them. Like, yeah, okay, well, Biggie, he from Brooklyn, you know what I mean? And that's what happened. And so all of a sudden people saying stuff that they didn't even know was what they was doing was like ending our culture when we started. We held it down for y'all. That's how I felt. I was in tears like, what? When y'all was out there on some, when LL was dancing with women in silver suits, which I'm not mad at because I might do that one day. And I love them niggas, you know what I mean? But I'm saying when you was being creative and wanting to try other boundaries, we was holding it down with this hardcore issue. It might not have been what you wanted, but it kept rap alive for years. It kept money coming in. It let them notice us. So how could you look at us now and be like, this ain't good enough? You know what I mean? We done broken home. Y'all ain't teach us this. We ain't come from where you ain't got no subways or graffiti. We learned this, I mean, in spite of the gangs, in spite of all of that, we came up with this culture. You know what I mean? So I felt like we never got what we deserved. And I took it personal because I'm from the East Coast and I know about that culture, but I know about this culture because I was here when it was being put down. So now I'm doing what the East Coast would have did if the West Coast did this to the East Coast. I'm riding for my side. You know what I mean? You wrong. This is not right. Recognize us. And the only way the East Coast gonna recognize us is for us to do it on records, by money, by sales, and by representing it, just like KRS-One. When PM Dawn got on stage and he had talking shit about him, what did KRS-One do? So why are people telling me I'm wrong for doing what I'm doing? They love KRS-One. He is hip-hop, am I correct? Right, so I'm hip-hop. I'm mad at Biggie, I'm rushing the nigga. What's the problem?
That's
if
real.
the East Coast separate themselves from Biggie, we'll do shows in East. Everything is beautiful. But so far, the East Coast has been with all interviews I read, every letter I read. Niggas is like, fuck Tupac, Biggie this, Biggie, like he's representative of the East Coast. So that's why I attack as though I do, because I'm a general and I'm a smart general. And I'm not gonna attack at no blind soldiers. I'm gonna attack at those attacking me. Only reason people is mad now is because I came out of jail and made this shit reality. When I got out of jail, the West Coast, East Coast issue was really started. California love, what I was saying, put it down. And now them niggas is mad because money is fucked up. Attitudes have changed. It's not as safe as it used to be. Niggas gotta think about their business steps, and that's what I wanted to happen. Now let's go to the table. Let's talk. Let's make peace. Let's work it out. Let's get a community the money.
So you saying with a conversation with guys like Puffy, Biggie, and that whole East Coast?
Sit down and conversate with Puffy or Biggie because that's like Scarface sitting down with the dude he overthrew. You know what I mean? They not on my level, but I can sit down with the OGs from there, which we are doing. People don't even know we not beefing with the East Coast. We starting Death Row East with Eric B, all the OG niggas out there from the East Coast. We got Kane, Christopher Williams, all these artists. We trying to get Bobby Brown, all these artists. We trying to put the East Coast Death Row just like the West Coast Death Row and make it major. You know what I mean? Right, but we not doing that until we get this business settled. And even while we doing that, we trying to get the Wu-Tang niggas, because I love them niggas. I feel as though they represent the East Coast how we represent the West Coast. And I love them. You know what I mean? So that's what we trying to do. We doing it like if everybody raps is what they really think, then everybody should understand what I'm doing, because It's gangster shit number one, it's war shit number two, and it's all by the rules of the game. I'm calling for dialogue. I'm gathering attention for dialogue, which is what you do in the struggle for power.
Expect me, nigga, like you expect Jesus to come back. Expect me, nigga. I'm coming. Expect me, nigga. I'm coming.
Expect me, nigga, like you expect Jesus to come back. Expect me, nigga. I'm coming.